At Digital, Tigger screams, Trump re-elected. Ottawa's streets reflect shock and dismay as the news reverberates. Faces etched with disbelief. People grapple with the grim reality. The Canadian flag droops at half-mast, a symbol of national mourning. Government buildings stand in silent testament to the day's despair. A nation holds its breath, bracing for an uncertain future. Prime Minister Dubois sits at her grand desk, a portrait of power amidst looming crisis. Her face is a mask of determination, yet etched with the strain of leadership. Advisors huddle, their anxious faces reflecting the gravity of the situation. The air in the Prime Minister's office is thick with unspoken fears and urgent needs. We need a plan, and we need it now, Prime Minister Dubois declares, her voice firm. All eyes turn to the Prime Minister, seeking direction in the face of uncertainty. In a sterile meeting room, Ambassador Tremblay leads the Canadian delegation, his seasoned face reflecting years of diplomatic battles. Across the polished table, American trade representatives sit, their expressions as unyielding as granite. The air is thick with tension, the unspoken weight of strained alliances pressing down on everyone present. A silent battle of wills begins, each side bracing for a confrontation that could redefine their nation's relationship. A British Columbia lumber mill stands silent, a stark monument to economic downturn. Workers gather outside the closed gates, their faces etched with worry and defiance. Protest signs wave in the wind, a visual outcry against the tariffs. The once bustling yard is now still, a haunting tableau of lost livelihoods. The air hangs heavy with the scent of sawdust and the weight of uncertainty. The silent mill looms, a symbol of fading industry and broken promises. A long line of trucks stretches endlessly, baking under the sun at the Canadian-US border crossing. Border security is heavily armed, their presence a stark reminder of heightened tensions. Frustrated truckers lean on their horns, the sound echoing across the vast borderlands. The cacophony of discontent rises, a symphony of delayed dreams and stifled livelihoods. Sunlight floods the Canadian Parliament as Prime Minister Dubois steps up to the podium, her face set with determination. The chamber buzzes with anticipation, every eye fixed on Dubois. She pauses, gathering her strength before addressing the attentive members. Her voice rings out, clear and strong. We will not be bullied. Dubois' gaze sweeps across the room, meeting the eyes of her supporters. We will find new partners and strengthen our economy, she vows, her words echoing with resolve. In the heart of the European capital, Dubois convenes with key leaders, the sunlight glinting off polished facades. New trade agreements are sealed with firm handshakes and practiced smiles, a veneer of cordiality masking deeper concerns. Beneath the surface, an underlying urgency pulses through the assembly, a silent acknowledgement of looming pressures. Dubois exchanges knowing glances with allies, a silent understanding passing between them amidst the formal proceedings. The weight of unspoken anxieties hangs heavy in the air, contrasting sharply with the outward display of unity and progress. Canadian cargo ships loom large, arriving at the bustling Asian port under a vast, open sky. Cranes swing into action, and longshoremen swarm as the ships begin unloading their cargo. The port teems with activity, a hive of commerce where goods flow in and out with relentless energy. Amidst the chaos, the success of the diversification strategy hangs in the balance. An uncertain future. Under the vast Arctic sky, Canadian and American ships stand guard, patrolling the newly accessible waters. Tensions simmer as the two nations vie for dominance. The icy sea, a silent battleground. Towering icebergs loom in the distance, ancient sentinels observing the unfolding standoff. The fate of the Arctic hangs in the balance, as each ship asserts its claim on the frozen frontier. In the U.S. presidential briefing room, Trump stands with resolve at the podium, ready to make a declaration. He unveils blueprints, showcasing a colossal wall spanning the Alaskan-Canadian border. Reporters fill the room, their pens furiously scribbling as cameras flash, capturing the historic moment. Trump gestures emphatically, his determination palpable in the charged atmosphere. "We will protect American interests," Trump declares, his voice resonating with unwavering conviction. The blueprint looms large, a symbol of unyielding resolve against a backdrop of flashing lights. Quebec City throbs with separatist fervor, a sea of Quebec flags rippling through the streets. Protesters surge forward, their voices united in a fervent cry for independence. The air crackles with the energy of a movement gaining unstoppable momentum. Each waving flag represents a heart yearning for a nation of its own. The city echoes with a resounding call for a free Quebec. Inside the Quebec Legislative Assembly, an atmosphere thick with anticipation as leaders gather for a crucial debate. The ornate chamber buzzes with fervent energy, echoing with the weight of history and the potential for monumental change. Passionate voices rise, each word a calculated move in the high-stakes game of Quebec's future. Faces etched with determination and concern reflect the gravity of the referendum decision hanging in the balance. A palpable sense of destiny permeates the assembly, as if the very walls are listening, waiting to witness history unfold. Each gesture, each glance, carries the weight of a nation's hopes and fears as the debate intensifies. In her dimly lit office, Prime Minister Dubois is a solitary beacon, surrounded by stacks of reports and maps. Each document is a stark reminder of the crises gripping the nation, the weight of leadership heavy on her shoulders. The desk lamp casts long shadows, emphasizing the deepening lines of worry etched across her face. Exhaustion lines her eyes. Yet beneath the weariness, a resolute strength persists. Dubois remains a steadfast figure, unyielding in her commitment to the nation's cause. Floodlights blaze, casting long shadows across the Canadian-US border. The harsh light reveals a stark line dividing the land, a raw wound in the earth. What once was a friendly border crossing now resembles a heavily guarded fortress. The air is thick with unspoken tension, a sense of foreboding hanging heavy. Shadows dance eerily, distorting familiar shapes into menacing figures. An unforgiving barrier stands as a silent testament to changed times. Inside the Canadian War Room, tension hangs heavy as top military officials huddle around a circular table. Projected maps reveal a growing military presence along the border, focusing on the Arctic's icy expanse. Satellite images highlight strategic points, each a silent testament to escalating tensions. Grim faces reflect the weight of decisions as the room pulses with unspoken anxieties. The air is thick with the gravity of the situation, each breath measured and deliberate. The Arctic looms large in their minds, a frozen battleground about to ignite. Dubois stands on Parliament Hill, a solitary figure against the expansive Ottawa skyline, her silhouette framed by the sky. The Canadian flag ripples in the wind, its proud emblem a stark contrast to the uncertainty etched on Dubois' face. She inhales deeply, the crisp air filling her lungs as she gathers strength for the impending challenges. Determination hardens her gaze as she steels herself, ready to confront the unknown future that lies before her. Please, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching Visa Diaries and follow us for more updates.